Back with our GMA cover story, a new documentary is shining a light on what was going on behind the scenes at Nickelodeon, home to some of the most popular children's shows in the 90s and early 2000s. Eva Pilgrim sat down with two of the stars. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, y'all. Watching back some of these scenes and sketches now as an adult, it hits you immediately how inappropriate some of this content was. So much so we can't even air some of them in our story this morning. For the children on these sets, they tell us many of these jokes went over their heads, but the adult behavior was all around them.
For children of the 90s and early 2000s, Nickelodeon was home to some of the most popular shows of the era, from the sketch comedy hit All That to The Amanda Show. But in the new investigation Discovery docuseries Quiet on the Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, some of the former child stars behind those shows say they were subjected to inappropriate work environments. One star even claiming he was sexually abused.
If we don't get all these people out of here in less than 2 hours, our lives are over.
Drake Bell from the show Drake and Josh revealing for the first time publicly that he is the John Doe victim in the 2003 child sexual abuse case against his dialogue coach, Bryan Peck. Bell claims that Peck purposely isolated him from his father, who was also his manager.
I think Bryan got a sense that my dad was on the watch, and so he started to really drive a wedge between my dad and me. He started talking about how my dad's stealing my money. Nobody likes that my dad's on set. He's a real problem. I was believing it because he's been in this business for so long and he must know more than us.
Peck was convicted in 2004, sentenced to 16 months in prison, and is now a registered sex offender. Bell says that abuse put him on a path of self-destruction, including 2 DUIs and a 2021 child endangerment conviction. Nickelodeon saying in a statement, "We are dismayed and saddened to learn of the trauma he has endured, and we commend and support the strength required to come forward."
I can't even describe the feeling to know that there was a monster among us.
Giovonnie Samuels and Bryan Hearne starred in All That in 2001 and say Peck worked closely with the child actors.
When you saw who the victim was,
it broke my heart. I cried.
We weren't close with Drake, but we were around him. He was a legend. And so to find out that he was being harmed,
brutally harmed
in a terrible way, it infuriated me.
Hearne and Samuels also speaking about former writer and executive producer Dan Schneider, who Nickelodeon parted ways with in 2018 after complaints he created a hostile work environment.
What was it like working for Dan Schneider?
Dan...
You're asking the 2 black children on a Nickelodeon set where
we were overlooked.
The actors recalling sketches written by Schneider's team like on-air dare.
Yeah. Those were torture moments for all of us.
Hearne's dare had him covered in peanut butter and then licked by dogs.
My on-air dare, I was saying, I don't like this. And to see that is...
And to voice it.
And to have voiced it.
I don't like this. And to be ignored because, oh, it's funny.
Yeah. Was it funny?
Who was it funny for?
Right.
It wasn't for me.
Hearne and Samuel say they hope the series sparks an important conversation about the treatment of child actors.
Your childhood is going to be a little tainted after watching it,
yeah.
But I hope that it helps you protect the next group of kids that comes up.
Now, about the hostile workplace allegations, Nickelodeon tells ABC News while it cannot corroborate or negate allegations of behaviors from productions decades ago, it investigates complaints as part of our commitment to fostering a safe and professional workplace environment free of harassment or other kinds of inappropriate conduct. We have adopted numerous safeguards over the years to help ensure we are living up to our own high standards and the expectations of our audience. As for Schneider, a spokesperson tells ABC News his scripts went through multi-layers of executive approval and that, quote, Dan expected and asked a lot from his teams, but he also knows some people did not have a positive experience and he is truly sorry for that. Quiet on the Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, a 2-night event starts Sunday, March 17th, beginning at 9 p.m. on ID. Robin.
Ooh, that was an eye-opening report, Eva. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.